Good afternoon, everyone. This is another episode of Off Script with Shupe. I am Brian Shupe, your state representative for the 36th District, which includes areas of Milford, Lincoln, Ellendale, Slaughter Beach, and Prime Hook. You may be able to hear my kids in the background. It's a Sunday afternoon. We just got back from church, so they're a little bit wild and trying to get them to go outside. But today I wanted to talk with you about something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is our first responders here in the state of Delaware, but also specifically to the 36th District. Before I was a state representative, I had the honor and privilege of serving as the mayor of Milford, which is my hometown, for 4 years under the direction of the city of Milford. I was able to serve alongside two police chiefs, the retired chief Keith Hudson and now the current chief Kenneth Brown. And what I learned from those two men was invaluable to the job that I now do as a state representative. I was able to work alongside not only their administrative teams, but also the men and women on the ground level through the on the streets. The officers that were on the streets, in the cars, inside of the schools, the SROs, and also the teams that were at the stations, the dispatch as well. I also was fortunate enough to be able to work alongside Carlisle Fire Department as the mayor of Milford and understanding what their needs were, the needs for volunteerism that they are currently going through, but also the needs for inside the community, how much work they actually do and how many alarms that they go through every single week to make sure that our community is safe. While being the mayor of Milford, I also had the sad experience and heartache alongside of our families of experiencing the loss of an officer, and that hit really hard with our community. Many of you remember the passing of Officer Hudson. It was actually the former chief's son, and I'll never forget the night when Chief Brown, who was the chief at the time, called me in the middle of the night. And whenever he called me in the middle of the night when I was the mayor, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong on a different level. And I'll never forget the words that he told me that Sean had passed. So these first responders are near and dear to my heart. We've cried together, we've celebrated together, and we want to make sure that we celebrate them, we honor them, we let them know that we're here with them. We're here with them in the good times, we're here with them in the suffering. And there's things that we can do in order to make sure that they're taken care of. One simple thing that we can do is make sure that those that are injured in the line of duty are taken care of. And that's something that we were able to do this year through the General Assembly, making sure that individuals that are injured in the line of duty are treated the same as our officers who are fortunate enough to make it to retirement without any injuries. Making sure that their retirement and their pension look the same and they're not treated differently because they were injured in the line of duty. All of our first responders go out there every day and they don't know if they're going to be injured. They don't know if they're going to make it back, and they put their lives and their safety on the line to make sure that we're safe, to make sure that we can sleep in our beds, and they don't get the same opportunities. When they go to sleep at night, they know that that radio can go off. They know that that phone can go off. They know that that fire whistle can go off. And they're always ready to serve us. And we get to sleep in our beds safe and sound and knowing that there's somebody there for us. So the least we can do, and I was a proud sponsor of this year, is making sure that those that face an injury in the line of duty receive pension and retirement at the same rate and are not penalized for that injury taking place. One of the other things I was really proud of to join was helping our first responders, our EMS, and our fire departments helping with their recruitment. As many of you know, throughout the state of Delaware, except for the city of Wilmington, all of our fire departments in the state of Delaware are volunteer. So all of these individuals who are rushing to get to the fire station, get on these apparatus, and go out to these fires to defend our homes and our livelihoods and our families are volunteers. They're leaving their families, they're leaving their businesses, they're leaving their place of work, they're leaving their beds. Many times they're leaving their churches to go and help us when we are most of need. And one of the things that we've done to help with the recruitment of that is create a program where individuals who are part of our volunteer fire companies and part of our volunteer EMS can get tuition reimbursement from our local colleges and our local universities. This way, as they are helping our community and volunteering for our community, they can go to college and get degrees in a myriad of different workforce development. So it can be vocational workforce, or it can be a college degree to go on and get a bachelor's or a master's degree in something that they would like to practice. So we want to make sure that we are giving them a hand up for all of the sacrifices that they are making. We want to make sure that we invest in their future because they are protecting us and investing in ours. And we're looking forward to seeing this grow as well. Alongside the city of Milford, one thing that I am encouraging, and I have been talking with some of our city council members as well, is I would love to see some sort of tax relief for the members of the fire department that do live within the city limits, so that they can be at the firehouse quickly when they need to be. You know, that 1 or 2 minutes versus living outside of the city limits for 10 or 15 minute drive into the fire department can save lives. And we want to make sure the ones that live inside of that live inside of the city limits have have an opportunity to do so and have a benefit for living so close, and don't have a burden of those taxes on their families. We do that for the city of Milford, does that for our police department, for our officers that live within city limits and are part of our community. They do get tax relief, and we want to see that for our Carlisle Fire Department as well. So again, thank you for listening to another episode of Off Script with Shupe. First responders are near and dear to my heart. They always have been. We are going to host at our small business Fur Baby Pet Reserve. We're going to host our second annual First Responders Night. We're hoping to do that on September 10th. I will be bringing you more details as we shore them up. It will be a touch a truck event, so the kids can come and interact with our first responders, our police, our firemen and women, our EMS, and our city services, and they can do so in a positive way. This event really came out of the pandemic because we could not have, or the city could not have, the Milford Night Out, which is the national night out where the police gather in Bicentennial Park and are allowed and do interact with children and families within the Milford area. For some reason, the planning was not able to happen because of the pandemic, so we decided to have it on our private property at Fur Baby Pet Resort. We've decided, in addition to the National Night Out, which will happen on August 2nd this year, we are going to continue in September to have our Touch a Truck event to celebrate first responders, because we would like to continue that positive interaction. Many families in our district, unfortunately, when the kids are introduced to the fire department or EMS or even law enforcement, it is because an emergency is happening at their house and there is something negative going on. And we want to make sure that these families and these kids have a positive interaction and a positive meeting with our first responders, so we can continue that interaction within our community. We want to celebrate all of our first responders. We want to make sure that we let them know that we have their backs, that we are here with you in the good times. We are here with you while you are suffering. And we want to make sure that we let you know that we are here for anything that you need. Please join us on another episode of Off Script with Shupe, and leave your comments below. What would you like me to discuss? What would you like me to leave comments on? And looking forward to talking with you tomorrow. Thank you.